Hey guys, and welcome back to the post-game of Pokemon Ultra Sun. Last time we headed through the west wing of Team Rainbow Rocket's castle. I guess you could say we took the Aqua route. This time we're going through the east wing, and fittingly enough, considering it's a friggin' heat wave in the UK right now, we're heading down the Magma path.
Doesn't it always, burn like hell over there in the UK? Because I could have sworn, I think I made a joke of it once, where there was yet another heat wave in the UK, and I took the sun from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and it's we go live to Britain during this incredible heat wave.
Oh, well, I don't want to, stereotype anyone, but I saw a Scottish lad walking down my street, and he just combusted into flames and, blew away in the wind.
No, and then you see another one where he bursts into flames, but he just keeps on walking, because he's been to hotter areas, so this is actually normal.
Oh, jeez. So, what have you been up to since we last recorded, mate? Because we're just going to be fighting a grunt for the time being, so I figured I may as well get a recap from you.
Okay, well, personal-wise, I got rid of my old car. I acquired a new one, because that old car was dying quite badly. Everything was leaking and everything. At this point, repairs would have been too expensive, so I got a new one. So that's been a nice ball and chain. Other than that, just kind of looking to make stuff better at work, trying to find more time for video games, things like that, because I never ever have enough time for video games, and I think that's true no matter what you do in life, let's be honest, guys, so...
You could substitute the words video and game with just about any pleasurable activity when you're adult, I think.
That's true, there's always work and personal projects and exercise, and I gotta eat right and not die, and I take 400 pills because I'm over 30 now. Well, no, I am 30 on the dot, so...
And your knees clicking whenever you walk up the stairs, and you're up until 6 in the morning, making quick looks for things that people are paying you to do, so why are you complaining, you fucking ingrate?
Was that me a little bit over there? Because I know
No.
you were on Twitter, you were oh, I gotta do all this work, and I'm fucking trade ya.
No, that's just me being a big old silly, and yes, we have a game of Simon here, which I was good for the first couple of rooms. Then it went past 4, and I had to break out the friggin' notepad document.
Oh god, I'm fixing to say you had to take post-it notes, cliff notes for this shit. Put this in the strategy guide. This is where all the players trip up.
Yeah, I had to go onto YouTube and look up Team 6 Star. They do Simon Says Abridged, and it skips a few patterns here and there, but you basically get the gist of how to beat Team Rainbow Rocket.
I mean, these days, obviously, we're not getting anything like this, but I mean, with the big old nostalgia vibe we have going on here for the Rainbow Rocket arc, it just really still kind of makes me miss those big-ass, thick strategy guides you would have to buy just to kind of get familiar with the game. They still sell them, but at the same time, do people buy them anymore? I just don't see that having much of a market these days.
I got one with Super Mario Odyssey, and I flipped through it a few times. It's very well nice and put together, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's maybe... Well, I feel we're out of that generation now, you and I. We don't need to rely on paperback guides or hardback guides when we have the internet at our disposal.
Yeah, that's unfortunately true. I mean, the best part about those kind of strategy guides was always, again, the layout looked great, it had all this great stuff you wouldn't find anywhere else. Sometimes they'd give you, coupons and shit for other books, things like that. I remember, GamePro was talking about it once. Man, greatest thing about GamePro magazine, by the way, and, obviously... other magazines like Nintendo Power did it, because back in the day, you can just go to the magazine and they would kind of lay out strategies for that. Did we just zoom into that man's crotch, by the way?
Yes, we
interrupt
did.
Just say it. Okay, good. I just wanted to check that. Anyway, back to my original topic.
Okay.
I mean, that was the coolest part about GamePro. You could, get all this, and it would just kind of give you these great guides for that. My first playthrough of Chrono Trigger I did with a insert that I had got. For the version of the game when it was ported to PlayStation. I actually borrowed that from a friend, and then later on I kind of continued on the SNES version when I emulated that, and the emulation scene was new back then too. Gosh, I really wish I wasn't so old anymore. It's really starting to suck, I noticed.
Well, I mean, as long as you're young at heart, you can enjoy whatever you want to, so long as it's not friggin' illegal in your off time.
And then just yesterday, man, I was waxing nostalgic about fucking Battle Network again, and I never got around to playing Battle Network 2 as a kid or a teenager, so now I gotta go do that, and I'm God, what's wrong with me?
I'm gonna be honest, you started that sentence with a word beginning with W and yesterday, and I got a little bit panicky.
Yeah, you always should when I'm talking.
So yeah, we will be interrupted during these later puzzles, mostly because the game's forcing you to try and remember stuff, but interesting thing, I picked this out myself, but I didn't really catch it in the grunch uniforms. The art is red, yellow, green, and blue. Do you catch that reference?
Ah, yes, it's, red and blue, obviously yellow, and then green, the original version of Pokemon Blue in Japan.
Exactly, yeah, that's the same for the Simon colours on the floor.
There we go. Or I guess you can go with a leaf green reference. Either way it works out, so there you go.
Are you sad that they never did, like, lightning yellow or whatever?
Well, I mean, not necessarily, because, like, really, yellow didn't add a ton. I mean, look, yellow was a cool idea. Like, as a kid, I was like, whoa, Pokemon Yellow, Pikachu's in your party, you get all the starters. That's fucking cool, when I was a kid for that. But I didn't really think a remake was necessary, considering it didn't change too much from it. And I think the games kind of want to stay kind of distant from the anime most of the time. So it's not necessarily too bad.
A few, saw anime references here and there. I find, when we were fighting Mimikyu, I'm pretty sure there was, a picture of, something from the anime, like Pikachu on Ash's shoulder, but you can't see Ash's face. So it's just enough that the copyright lawyers don't come swooping in.
You remember that episode of the anime where Ash turned into a Pikachu from a spell cast by a witch named Lily, who I swear to God was a Harry Potter reference for the time?
Yeah, I remember. I remember all the art it spawned as well, which I shall not go into detail on here, because this is a family-friendly channel. I'll fucking thank you to find.
Is it? Are you sure about that?
No, I don't think it's friendly to anyone, really. In fact, I think it's actively harmful to someone's health.
It's definitely malicious to us, that's for sure.
You fucking pampered, spoiled Persian bitch. I'm gonna kick you so hard in the face.
I thought you were saying pampered, spoiled, and I was waiting for it to mention me at the end of that, but then you switched over to Persian. I'm like, okay, good, he's not insulting me.
No, I just don't like, what the fuck is that move?
Fake out?
It's not false swipe, it's the one that,
fake out?
Yeah, fake out. Sorry, I couldn't hear you over my own indignant rage.
Yeah, I don't like it either, where I just don't see the point of it, except in, team battles, where they're, just to interrupt, people while the other guys on your team's doing stuff. But by itself, it's kind of worthless, yeah.
It's like if someone asks you for the answer to a question, and while they're giving you the answer, you interrupt them.
Yeah, I hate that too. Yeah, I'm never gonna eat that Rage candy bar, I know, I've come to accept this.
If you were a candy bar, you would be a Rage candy bar, let's be honest.
We don't even know what a Rage candy bar technically is. We don't know what flavor it is. We don't know what kind of coating it has. Does it have a chocolate coating? Is it something else? We don't actually know because you never fucking ate one.
Well, I can look this up. Rage candy bar.
Do you think they really kind of bother to figure out what it tastes like in Pokemon?
I don't know, but I'm looking it up. Let's see. In Heart Gold and Soul Silver, it is a key item. It may be exchanged for TM64, funnily enough.
Okay, but does it give us a taste? Because that's the original point of the question.
I'm looking for it, but I don't know if I can find it.
I'm disappointed.
Team Rocket steals some in the anime.
Okay, well, they must be good then. On Team Rocket must really be far behind if they're stealing fucking, manufactured, pooped-out candy bars from a factory to try and get some money off of it.
Alright, design basis. The Rage Candy Bar, yes, I'm going into detail on this. The Rage Candy Bar is based on Japanese manju, a type of pounded rice cake. Manju are sold in Japan as confectionery and are often unique to certain places, much as the Rage Candy Bar is to Mahogany Town. A direct translation would thus prove confusing for English-speaking players, providing reasoning behind naming it as a candy bar. Its in-bag sprite depicts it as a small box, which could pass for a candy bar wrapper, preventing revelation of the translation issue. Rage Candy Bar was apparently a mistranslation. The dude who came up with the term, he claims that the correct translation is Rage Dumpling or Rage Bun.
Can't it just be a Snickers like everybody else?
The name Cake of Rage was also suggested by the dude for the English localization, which would match the Lake of Rage.
I just got this great image of a man sitting there, he's got a full birthday cake, and he is fucking pissed. He's got a huge bite in his fork, but he's just so damn mad. I just got that perfect image in my mind.
The husband comes home from work and the wife's like, hey honey, you had a bad day at work? Yes, break out the Cake of Rage.
He's up late at night. Oh honey, you worrying about money again? I've got my Cake of Rage right here.
Let's just say I'm eating the right cake.
It's a family reunion. The cousin's pissing him off. He goes to the fridge and he gets out his cake arrange.
Too good. Well, that passed about 10 minutes, and now we're ready to take on Maxie. Oh yes, good old, dependable, not as nerdish in this version, likes using fire and ground types Maxie.
Ah, yes, Maxie. Classic Maxie. A classy Maxie, if
The
you will.
Maxie that
A
is
class
classy, yes.
Maxie.
I love Team Magma. I'm sorry, I just do. It's because I grew up with Ruby, first and foremost. I'm not sure if I ever got a copy of Sapphire. I definitely remember having Emerald, because Emerald Green is my favourite colour.
Yeah, and I played Sapphire, although I would have preferred to play Pokemon Ruby just because I like Groudon more, personally. But Team Magma, yeah, I mean, I tend to prefer them as the team over, Team Aqua, but both of them are good to fight against.
Hang on, his chair is fucking Registeel.
Oh, I just noticed that, huh?
I never noticed that before. Now I need to go back and see if there was a Reggie as Archie's chair. It's probably just a massive coincidence, but yeah, like we mentioned last time, all the leaders in this universe, at least, succeeded in their universe. So I guess there was just like a small puddle where the Atlantic Ocean used to be.
Yeah, no, there's so much land, nobody will have to fight over land anymore. Instead, they'll have to fight for water because we removed 90% of it, you fucking idiot!
People will always fight over land. There's more room to build giant steel structures and whatnot.
The only bright side to all this is that this may have turned into Dark Sun from Dungeons & Dragons, which is a giant desert world, and that's cool, because Dark Sun is like my favorite D&D setting ever, so that would be neat.
Alright, here we go. Time to face Team Rainbow Rocket, Team Magma Admin Maxie. Sorry, it kind of went on for a little bit there.
Little bit too many adjectives there. Calm down, man.
So, I guess, he mirrors Archie to start with. They both use Mightyena. He has Mightyena, Crobat, Weezing, Camperupt, and Groudon.
I always thought his team was kind of a little bit uninteresting compared to Archie's, because then again, Mightyena, you saw him so often at this point that you didn't really care. Camera Up was never really that amazing in my eyes, but other than that, it just... you have to remember around this time, around this generation, they looked like they were starting to run out of ideas for Pokemon. They just weren't coming out as good. Then they went over the Diamond and Pearl, and a lot of them were just really lackluster. And then something about Black and White kind of got them back on track, And then since then, it's kind of, it's had good, dependable quality. I just don't know how exactly they faltered around this time.
I don't know. Maybe working with new hardware and whatnot. But that would just be me, contemplating what's going on. I don't have any solid facts and whatnot, but I do have psychic powers in the form of a Slowbro.
For a minute there, I thought you were going to go ahead and bust out that description that James had of coughing one time in the anime.
Oh, right. Well, I guess that's my cue to go and look at coughing, I suppose.
Yes, go Wikipedia boy. I shall amuse the common people.
Do you mean coughing or wheezing, right?
Coughing. It was coughing specifically.
Alright, James is coughing. Coughing debuted in Pokemon Emergency as James's Pokemon. It evolved into Weezing during Diglow's Diglett. That's all I've got. But in Black and White, episode 83, Ash's Pokedex says, Coughing, the poison gas Pokemon. It hovers in the air thanks to the poisonous gases it contains, which have a foul odor and can explode.
You think if you just kind of punch it hard enough, it would pop like Broly did in that one movie?
Yeah, Bio-Weezing.
No, please no. Bio Broly was a terrible... Bio Broly actually is the only Broly movie I've seen. I don't know why I watched that one, but I have not actually watched the other ones with a normal Broly. And Bio Broly sucks. Like, it's not a really good movie at all, so...
hot take here. Hotter than the sun that Team Magma covets so much, I guess. Most of the Dragon Ball Z movies aren't that great. I'm gonna be honest. There's like 5 or 6 great ones, and the rest are like decent to mediocre at best.
Well, I'm not really gonna doubt you on that one. It's just Dragon Ball content, really. What are your favorites, then?
Let's see. Dead Zone, surprisingly, is pretty great. World's Strongest. And then we just have to keep, skip a few until we get to, like, Fusion Reborn. I hear the one with, Tapion is pretty based. Battle of Gods is great. Didn't hear good things about Resurrection of F. I'm really looking forward to the upcoming one, though.
That would be pretty interesting. I just want... based on, one of the movies, I want Janemba in Dragon Ball FighterZ, I probably have mentioned this already, but his second form would be so fucking cool in that game, with the sword and, like, they call it the aesthetic teleport, where he just kind of dissolves in the cubes and goes on the other side. That would just be awesome, I think.
Oh yeah, alright. Mr. Groudon coming out and giving it all this with its special ability, Drought. Let me just look up what Drought does. It summons sunlight in battle, or in Generation 7, turns the sunlight harsh when a Pokemon enters a battle. So, just to give you an example, you don't need to take a turn charging up like Solar Beam, which means Groudon has a great counter if you decide to send out a friggin' water type when the sunlight's still going.
Why does this guy hate water so much? I mean, listen, look, it's not like water like killed your family, okay? Here's I'm gonna blow your mind about water. Everybody needs water to live. It's kind of required.
Oh my god, can you imagine if, like, when Groudon started doing its thing, it took the water from people's bodies, and the last thing Maxie was able to say before he, like, passed out and died was, "I'm a continent, bleh."
I mean, dude, that's actually kind of fucking brutal. That would be a hell of a way to die.
Yeah.
And here, just kind of, I guess because we have to use the 3D modes, but Groudon looks really stumpy here, don't you think?
I mean, he's scaled down, so, you know, let's just be glad he's not part Grass type, because that probably would have taken out Slowbro instantly. I didn't have as nearly an easy time with Maxie as I did with Archie, mostly because Groudon is a little bit tanky, whereas friggin' Kyogre went down to 1 Leaf Blade.
It's not a Groudon, it's actually his son Groudon Jr., as we saw in one of the movies. Makes sense.
Oh yeah, nah, that must have been like a Japanese-only like stage show that I missed.
Man, Japanese stage shows are interesting, because I mean, like, they just feel so weird and alien when you're watching one. Like, they try to be part of the context of the series, but it's really just a bunch of men flying around on, like, wooden platforms that are barely decorated, so, yeah.
You're saying this like it's a bad thing? Like, I get that tone out of your mouth? It is disgusting?
It's kind of a bad thing. I mean, hell, at least Pokemon Live has a few fucking backdrops here and there.
I guess so. Yeah, I'm about to do a really stupid boo-boo, well, after this, when Char gets to send out another move.
So what kind of stupid boo-boo are you gonna commit now?
Well, let's get Flamethrower out of the way, and, you know Groudon, right? He's a big hefty fella.
Well, yeah, I would imagine he weighs, like, how much does he weigh? Probably super fat-ass pounds, I don't know.
He's too heavy to be lifted. Why did you try to get sassy, Tom? Okay, Groudon's weight, 2,094.4 pounds, or 950 kilograms.
Thank you for the kilogram specification, because I keep forgetting that we're in that backwards part of the world that only uses our own individual special type of measurements.
The Yank measurements, yards.
Yeah.
He's not going to get another turn. This is where you go down. I fucking love Groudon. I'm sorry, I love the Gen 3 legendaries. It's like Helldragon said, the Nazca lines. Just, they bring it all together.
Apparently people have been driving over the Nazca lines and, like, fucking them up. So I really think they need to do, like, a national preserve to just kind of protect them for that. I don't know, they're just always been my favorite landmark, so I really do want to actually have them protected.
Okay, you were being sincere. I thought you said people were driving over the Nazca lines and Groudon was going to, like, come out and say, stop that shit. It's a national pastime, not treading over the lines, alright?
I mean, I care about the environment a little, shit.
As we sit here on our computers chugging out steam, drinking fucking sugary drinks and whatnot, Maxie's disgusted.
Well, I have water, and he hates that, so...
No, I'm drinking dirt, actually. Much better.
What do you drink after the water apocalypse? That's a good question. I guess they have to, like, sell water like they sell air and, like, Spaceballs, or...
No, the greatest irony is all that's left over is packets of instant water, but they've got no water to add to it.
That's a Stephen Wright joke. You're an asshole. You stole that.
Oh, can't trick you. Can't get a Stephen Wright joke past you. Alright. He is having a bit of an existential crisis, but he's a bit more mentally mature than Archie, so he's just going to take it on the chin.
Yeah, I guess you'll have to. I mean, you are the ruler of a waterless landscape, so...
He must be sickened by alone. Like, I can't wait to get out there. How did Giovanni expect Archie and Maxie to work together in a Lola of all places?
I don't know. He's Giovanni. He's like really good at leadership, I guess.
Well, Your words say something, but I think your mind implies another. Let's just touch the painting and be on our way.
Let's smudge it and ruin its value.
No, I came to a universe where smudged paintings, this is not possible.
Oh, it was painted with tomato sauce this whole time, huh?
As long as it's not water, I don't want to see no fucking Bob Ross shit in here.
Finally, we get to go upstairs and fight Professor Oak.
Nice. Pokegods all day, every day. Guzma's fine, by the way. Don't worry about it.
Well, Guzman can just kick the shit out of those guys. We should probably walk back and they're just like prone on the ground, got their asses knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, that was for the European version of the game. They had to censor it because it kind of did like a sick roundhouse kick in midair and knock their jaws off the guys.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is way too awesome for America. You're right.
Here you go. Have something much funnier instead.
I can't believe this is working. I can't believe this is working.
Bunch of fucking nerds.
Guzman, you alright? It's just, you fine?
It's fine. It's going on. Let's get some precious lore. Where is the president? Well, if you'd remove your hands off our mouth, we'd be able to tell you and breathe.
Sorry, I can't hear that.
Guys, you have noses. Are you covering up your nostrils as well?
You guys, just take a step back. Take a step backwards.
Alright, yeah, the old, I'm not going to tell you, but I'm also telling you. Yeah, we have to go to the second floor now. One part has the switch, I believe, and the other has the key card, and both are needed to open up the, So I'm getting distracted by the white diamond on the wall. I'm getting a bit hype.
Fair enough.
He stays like this for, like, the rest of the adventure, by the way.
Maxie, we're still talking? Okay, Oh no, it's you too.
Oh no, we're in the middle of a fucking turf war. Like, Archie's gonna pull out a scimitar or something.
Perfectly synchronized, violence won't get you anywhere.
West side, east side. Well, I guess we'll have to wait for alternate Emerald to find out what happened in that particular battle.
You guys gonna kiss? I hope not.
Yeah, that's what I thought for a second there.
I'm sorry, I killed a god, so technically I rule?
Yeah, that's right. You best walk away.
Hakai?
They're turning into Heartless! Okay, I guess Giovanni was done with them.
Well, to be fair, they did fail their jobs, and they keep stealing all the pens, so unfortunately we'll have to let them go.
He's just gonna stay here, like that. Guzma, how do you get your boundless energy, my friend?
Hey, Lily. There might be a little bit of blood, just ignore that when this is all over. I don't know where it came from.
Yep. Alright, that was a pretty good takedown of a boss man thing, so let's finish with a roll on the Roto Loto.
Just roll a little bit of dice, cast a little bit of dark magic, it makes me feel good.
Ah, a cherry, a green cherry.
That's an apple, you idiot!
I don't care for your sass. We'll see you next time where hopefully there's less fruit-based sass in my life. See you then, guys. Bye-bye.